Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and today I've got the latest colouring book by Sakuems, or Emilie Jarige, the French illustrator and artist, and this is her third colouring book. It's called Dark Fantasy. Now it's available in two formats and there are 20 illustrations in each. Now the two formats that you can get are PDF and physical editions. I've got the PDF edition and I had it printed at my local copy store, and I had plastic put on front and back as well as spiral binding down the side. Aren't these gorgeous? Beautiful hair, and look how it's beautifully segmented. And even though it's called Dark Fantasy, it's not super scary or anything if you're worried about dark and gothic images. They've still got Emilie's gorgeous style on it, and you can check her out on her YouTube channel, which is very popular, and you can see her use markers and watercolours, and she's got a real natural organic flow, and it's just beautiful to watch. So we've got some cute little graveyards over here and even a couple of little pumpkins coming up. Now just before we go on any further, I'll tell you a bit about the physical edition. So if you prefer a physical copybook, you can get it and it'll look like this. So it'll have spiral binding at the top, laminated cover, front and back, and coloured as well, but the real difference is in the paper. So this is the watercolour edition of a physical book of Emilie's, and it's printed just like Dark Fantasy. You can get that on watercolour paper at 300 GSM, cold pressed, or you can get it on paper, which is also 300 GSM, and that's suitable for markers. Now if you're going to use coloured pencils like I am, you'd probably be better off getting the PDF edition, and then you can print it out on whatever paper that you fancy. So I had it printed out on 100 GSM because I don't know whether individually with pages I'll print them out on watercolour paper or maybe marker paper, or maybe different pencil paper that's got more texture to it. It depends what mood I'm in, really. But the other great thing about the PDF is that you can use it to digitally colour. Look at this gorgeous one. So the images are also portrait and landscape, and on this one we can see all of these spiders, and usually spiders really freak me out, as well as her cobweb tattoo style patch over there. But these ones kind of look a bit cute, so they're not freaking me out too much. So yes, with this one, Emilie also allows you to digitally colour them, and she gives you the format for those. And so you can pop it into your app and you can colour it. So this one's got light grey in the background. I think this one would be a good one to start with before you dive into the rest of the book. And look at this serpent. Oh, wow, look at the tongue on it. She does hair so well. Look at those beautiful braids. So you can digitally colour it, or you can print out the pages like I did. Look at these beautiful butterflies. And see this beautiful like melting technique. Now, I think Emilie's got a video where she worked on a painting with a very similar sort of drip style to it. She made it look so easy. And this one also has a very faint grey in the background. This is darker, and then we have the really solid black here that is super easy to see. Look at the eyebrows on her. So you can digitally colour it, which I think is great because you can work out your colour palettes digitally before you dive in with pencils, or you could keep it that way if you wanted to, or you could work out different effects books before trying them on your paper so that you don't end up with a mishap. Or it's really fantastic sometimes if you've got a hand injury like I have, or if you have a motor skill injury or a motor skill issues or challenges in your life, then digitally colouring can be really good. So in the background we've got these curly curls in a light grey. And of course if you make a mistake digitally colouring, you can just print out the page again, or you can choose which sort of paper that you want, and also there's no shipping costs. So all of those, as well as being able to store it on my computer where I've got more storage than in my room, reasons why I like the digital PDFs a lot. And that's just a recent thing. I've got very little storage space here. Look at the gorgeous flowers on this. So I was thinking of doing one of these pictures for Floral Friday. I'm really taken with this one. I keep coming back to it. We've got the creepy skull there, and it's not really my style, and that's probably why I want to do it, because it's not my style and I think I should be more adventurous. But this is the one that I've selected because I keep coming back over and over to this one for Floral Friday, and I really love this image. I love the way her hair is, and it's all beautifully segmented and just gorgeous. And I love the imagery of it, that it looks like a statue that's cracking. And I don't know, it sort of feels like it's a topic of conversation, that maybe it's our cracking facade that the world sees, you know, the beautiful hair and the flowers, and not how we're cracking inside. So I really like that, and I think, you know, it looks like a statue to me. It looks like it was a sculpture and she's cracking up, or just a person cracking up. I think we've all had those days. And look at this mermaid's beautiful headdress with all the coral and the shells. So the line art is really easy to see on this book, and which is good if you've got a minor visual impairment. There's 20 illustrations there to colour. Front and back are in colour as well. If you wanted the physical edition, it would be top bound with the spiral binding at the top, much better, and it would have a laminated coloured cover on it, so you don't get dirty little fingerprints on there, which is why I always get mine with plastic front and back. And you can get it in either watercolour paper or cardstock, both of which are 300 GSM. So just to give you an idea, I got 100 GSM paper for mine, printed at Officeworks, which is just a bit higher than photocopy paper, or just like a fancy folded copy paper. So you can see mine there, and then the quality of the paper that Emily uses in her physical editions. Now this book is not available on Amazon. You need to get it from the Artist Direct at the link below the video. And that's it from me. Until next time, happy colouring. She's off. Oh, Millie. Mill, come on. Millie. Come on, come on. No, come on. Come on. Seriously?